All right. Episode 2. Rolling in, if you guys are ready.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I love it. I texted you, Jacob, about our intro conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What is the worst take that you heard this week?
This week, I didn't look for this week. I looked all time, so I apologize.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
If I
that you found this week.
Okay, that I found this week. Gotcha. Yeah, and it was kind of funny. I guess I'll cut straight to it. The worst take, and I think it was almost more about delivery than the actual take, but it was when Colin Cowherd, everyone knows, when Colin Cowherd said, "It's okay, LeBron.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is here. We're good.
I feel like
you can stay if you want. You're still great, but Ben Simmons is here now." So I think that's probably the worst, and I think it's more about the way he said it, because it was
100%.
What up?
What?
What did you say?
I said 100%.
Oh, I thought you said. Hold
no.
on a second. Sorry.
No. I said 100%.
No. It just, he said it so pompous like. So that's probably the worst, considering just his delivery. But I think close to number one with Colin Cowherd is when Max Kellerman said, "Game on the line. I'm taking Andre Iguodala to hit the shot over Steph Curry."
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, so
I forgot about that.
He's like, and he said it with so much bravado. He's like, Andre Iguodala, and it was just like, he hit a couple of clutch shots, I guess. And he won a Finals MVP, but it had nothing to do with his shot making. It was because
he's a good defender.
He quote unquote defended LeBron. LeBron still averaged like 30 points.
Yeah, he held LeBron to 35 or something.
Which, I mean, whatever.
Right.
Probably should have went to Steph. So yeah, I think the worst take of all time is Colin Cowherd saying, "It's okay, LeBron. Ben Simmons is here." And then close second was Max Kellerman saying, "Andre Iguodala, game on the line." So,
which is such a great one.
Yeah.
I was looking up the year Colin Cowherd said that, because I couldn't remember when, and it was 2018. And then LeBron goes to the Lakers and wins a title, and Ben Simmons is not in the league anymore.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't even know where Ben Simmons is at.
What was funny is listening, because I just watched a bunch of videos of all the worst takes of all time, and one of them was Colin Cowherd's, and he was going off about how, you want to have Sam Darnold to build your franchise. He's like, that's going to save people's jobs by bringing him in.
Yeah.
So like, that was a horrible take, but then in the last year, that take, it almost like Bitcoin, like it just shot up out of nowhere, and that take is all of a sudden okay,
right? Because
now Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So sometimes,
you
sting out there long enough, the take might actually recover. The take's never recovering from Ben Simmons or Andre Iguodala, though.
No.
So
that is a locked in
Yes.
bad take. I don't think anything is going to happen about that
Yes.
take.
Yes.
Uriah, do you think that take is a fantastic one? Or?
No, I think they're pretty awful takes. I mean, if you're going to... People do this so often when somebody enters the league, and then, like I said last episode, they'll elevate them to the absolute tippy top, and it's very rare. Now, it did happen with LeBron when LeBron came in. If they would have said what they say about LeBron now when he first came in, he would have lived up to every bit of the hype, right? But he's an outlier. He's one in I don't know how many, but for the most part, it's like, come on, just give him some time, and if they do end up being good, great.
Yeah.
But
I I think of the guys as far as NBA wise, that got hyped up. One of the guys that comes to mind for me is when Lonzo Ball came in, and it's like, he wasn't bad though, and he's still playing even with his injuries.
Yeah,
he was just so overhyped, but I think it ruins it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it ruins their whole.
Well, and he had all the
beginning of the career. He
had all the social media buzz from his dad and the big baller brand, and.
No, yeah.
His dad did a big media tour where he was. That's another worst take. He when he said that he could have beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1. So I think Lonzo kind of got
his dad
trapped in all that.
No, I agree. I think his dad was just. I actually hope for his sake that his dad was just more of like a smart businessman, just keeping his family in the media.
Yeah, because I mean, he was on all the shows,
right?
Because of his big mouth. And yeah, he said the most ridiculous stuff. Maybe he didn't even believe half of it.
Right. And
I don't even know.
Yeah, he went on multiple ESPN shows.
Yeah, he was on like First Take,
Yeah.
and he was on Colin Cowherd.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. So I found this question online and I wanted to like throw it out to you guys. And it's not as much of like a game more than it is just a like
Opinion.
a preference. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of an opinion or a really a preference. And basically you get 3 options, 3 different events I'm going to give you, and you have to pick one that you could go back and be there live for it. Okay. So the first one, I misclicked. But the first one, we're jumping to hockey, actually. But bear with me. It is the Miracle on Ice is the first one. Which one of those things like where you might not care about hockey, but do you not love your country?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I feel like it's tough for me because I wasn't alive for it.
Right.
And even though the odds were not as bad with the last time the USA played Canada, because I was around for it and I witnessed it, it's different to me. Like I feel like that was a lot cooler. So maybe for an older generation they'd pick the Miracle on Ice, but it just doesn't resonate with me. So like I don't know.
I think it probably had also something to do with the fact that I don't know, for most people that were alive at that point, like most of their lives, Russia has been like this evil thing.
Right. So that one might be a little out of date for us, but I feel like it still would be cool.
Yeah.
So obviously now you guys can actually see it. So your other one is Patriots Falcons when the Patriots came back and won down 28-3 in overtime, and the last one is the 2016 Game 7 NBA Finals.
That's
when the Cavs took down the best team ever as far as their
regular season record. This is tough.
Tough for me because I wouldn't want to go to either because I don't want to go to either because I still remember specifically I was actively rooting against the Patriots just because that was in the height of their reign and you get sick of seeing them. So I was like, man, finally someone's going to beat them. And then the Falcons just let it go. And then the finals, I've always kind of been a LeBron hater. I think the last few years I've actually grown to like him, but like you weren't like a horrible hate LeBron. No, you just didn't like him. Yeah,
right?
But I did not want to see him win that title against the Warriors.
Right.
So I remember watching both of those events vividly. I guess if I had if I had to pick one, it would probably be the NBA Finals, just because the ending of that was so like electric versus the Super Bowl was like they were up 28-3 and it was like just a slow bleed the second half, and then did they win in overtime?
Yes, they did.
They did. Mine would be I was just gonna say mine's also the finals because I was a LeBron fan. Mine's pretty easy. Like the Patriots Falcons, I didn't care as much. Not that it wasn't a good game, but I was a LeBron fan, and I remember that game almost like it was yesterday when they won that Game 7. So that's mine. So you're right.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a lot of controversy here. I think I'm also going to go with the finals because they're essentially the same thing, except for, like Jacob said, the finals was more of a close game through and through rather than just watching somebody implode or a team implode. Yeah, I'd probably have to go with the finals. Because, I mean, in both of them, you have historic comebacks, like things that have never happened in championship history before, or very rarely.
Right.
You've got leaders of both teams are historically good players, like GOAT conversation players for both teams. Yeah. Right. And at that point, the Falcons were a juggernaut in the regular season.
100%.
Maybe not like, 16-0 or anything like that. Like, essentially the Warriors were the best regular season team, but still, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with the finals.
Yeah, I think I remember that more. And yeah, it was an insane time. And I read
a post today, like Andre Iguodala actually came out and was talking about his daughter and how she gets hazed at school because she'll just be walking down the halls and then someone will be like, blocked by James. So she's like,
that's funny though.
She can't avoid
it. But honestly, there's no shame in that play. Like that's
No, not at all.
That's one of the greatest players of all time.
And that's
making,
one of his.
That's his signature play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a chase down block.
It's easy to armchair quarterback it, I guess, but like he had to feel LeBron coming because if all he had to do was pass it back to Steph, and he could have just laid it in.
I agree. Did you actually see LeBron talk about his chase down block like strategies to his teammates a while ago? He talked about how he told his teammates, like, if you know I'm coming for a chase down block, he goes, all I need you to do is just make them have to make a quick change.
Right.
He goes, because that's enough time for me to get there. Because basically he said, if they go straight up, I can't. And in that play, I can't remember who was in front of LeBron.
I think it was J.R. Smith.
It might have been J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
He did it, and Iguodala had to bring it kind of down and then come back up when LeBron got it. And apparently that's what, like, LeBron said that. He's like, you can give me that like basically half a second. He goes, I can get there.
Yeah, there are some athletes who will say something after the fact, and you're like, there's no way you called that. But LeBron has done that multiple times where he's talked about, I said this before, and then, like, you had to give him credit for how well he knew his teammates, how 100%. Well he knew basketball or knows basketball. It's crazy.
His IQ is also insane.
Yeah.
I agree. So, yeah. So, I mean, I think we just roll right into the NBA topic. Obviously, the biggest thing in sports, or I should say the sports that we care about, minus NHL and the Stanley Cup happening, but the Knicks won the finals. I saw all of this, all these the performance stuff, and it was actually interesting. 16-3 in the playoffs is pretty crazy. The second longest winning streak in NBA history after it was at 13 straight in the first round. I mean, it was kind of crazy. And then even the outscored their opponents by 15 points a game. And I think one of the craziest ones to me is how where's it at? They were down so many times.
They were down double digits in every single game.
And they would come back and win, which is crazy considering it's the playoffs. How many times they did it, but
it just shows you. That's why 22-year-olds don't win NBA finals unless you're like Magic Johnson. Because even LeBron, when he got to his first final, they were swept by the Spurs. And then Wemby gets to his first final, and then gets a gentleman's sweep.
Which we called a sweep or gentleman's sweep, which I don't think anybody would be surprised by that.
No.
So what is this? What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I did see an interesting stat, and I may not be exactly right on the numbers, but they're close. The Spurs were ahead for 72% of the finals.
Yeah.
That's insane.
The score was tied for 4%, and the Knicks led for like 24% of the finals. So the Spurs, so Wemby, and I think it was the Game 5 post game, he said we dominated this finals, which normally sounds like a really dumb thing to say after you just lost a finals in a gentleman's sweep. Mm-hmm. But actually, the numbers say he's not too far off.
Right.
Like the Spurs were playing really well for about 3/4 of every game.
Yeah.
And then somehow, almost every time, it fell apart.
I still think it's a dumb thing to say, though.
Yeah. No, it is. Because like you lost.
It's like,
but
I led every lap of the Daytona 500 except the last. I dominated it. Actually, you didn't.
Yeah,
because you lost. It's like the Spurs dominated so much, except for
when you had to win,
winning games.
Right.
So it's because when he's really starting to just rub me the wrong way.
Really?
Just because the way he is his last post game press conference when they lost. When did they won game 3? No, they won game 2. Yeah, the post game 4 post game, he said we're going to win the next 4. Everyone knows that. Like he just said it so cocky.
Do you think it's also just his young arrogance too?
I think so. I mean? And then just he's kind of starting to get a little bit of a dirty player rap sheet. Like, I don't know if you saw the play in game 5, but like Jalen Brunson shot a 3 and like Wemby contested it and looked down and put his foot right underneath him. Jalen Brunson landed on it, curled his anchor, and they didn't call it. And then a bunch of people afterwards said it should have been a flagrant foul. But it's like he purposely
tried to injure him. Yeah,
and
I
then
didn't know that.
he shoved his face in like the last game.
I saw that one.
And then he got in Mitchell Robinson's face and said, "I'm in your head." But then that's when the epic comeback came after that. And then when he elbowed Nas Reed in the Timberwolves series, he's just starting to, I don't know, he's starting to rub me the wrong way.
See, and I can understand that because even if you're super good, it takes a while in the league before I think you're allowed to talk that kind of trash.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I hate to keep going back to LeBron, but he's obviously the main player that we've been watching the last 20 years. I don't know if it was when he was at the end of Cleveland or beginning on the Lakers, but he scored a bucket and it was a tough bucket. And he says while he's mic'd up, he goes, "It's too easy." It's if you're LeBron James, you could say that. right. But when you're 22 and you really haven't won a whole lot, come on.
Yeah, he got his defensive player of the year, which I don't want to undermine that award, but Rudy Gobert's got 4.
Yeah, he's going to get into the Hall of Fame. It's going to be the most Mickey Mouse Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
right.
Which I mean, he's pretty Rudy Gobert's kind of how the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets. Was he kind of shut down Jokic in a bunch of games? So Rudy Gobert gets a lot. I think Rudy Gobert is the Nickelback of the NBA. I think it's cool to not like Rudy Gobert the same way it's cool to not like Nickelback when Nickelback actually has some heaters. And Rudy Gobert can actually defend really, really well.
Right.
So I think that might be overblown just a tad, but yeah. Well, Wemby, he won the Defensive Player of the Year, and I think he's all NBA 2 years in a row, and then he's
probably
all defensive maybe 2 or 3 years in a row, and he made it to the finals in his 4th year?
Third.
Mm-hmm. Third year?
I don't think it's his 4th at this point. I think it's his 3rd.
Either way,
yeah, it's still impressive.
He has accomplished a lot, and maybe he might have some room for some arrogance,
right?
But don't in your first final say, "It's fine, we're going to win 3 straight anyway."
Right,
it doesn't really matter.
Right. I mean, also, this really just goes back to exactly what you guys were saying, but if this was his 3rd or 4th finals / Western Conference playoffs, I would be all right, you can talk a little bit of smack. But yeah, this is your first run.
Or if you're averaging 35 points a game.
Well, that was going to be my point.
Yeah.
If you look at his box scores in all of those games, there's not one game where he had an absolutely stellar game from the field.
No.
They're all 9 for 27, 8 for 26.
Oh, in the finals, yeah.
So he never had a game where he just went absolutely crazy and they ended up losing because the Knicks were just that much better.
I think that was one of the big factors of him.
Yeah.
Because
he doesn't have a go-to offensive move.
Yeah.
No, right. Right. Well, he's not really that, hey, if you need a bucket guy.
Right.
LeBron was, Jordan was, Larry Bird was, Kobe was, Dirk was.
Jalen Brunson.
So another question you had to put in is Jalen Brunson better than Kobe? I'm joking.
No.
No joke.
Not yet.
But was this not an impressive season of Jalen Brunson, though?
I have to agree.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta give that man credit.
I had a little bit of distaste for him.
Right.
But what really brought me around on Jalen Brunson was 2 things. One was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I realized it could be way, way worse.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And then second of all, I have to respect the fact that every time or almost every time that his team needed him to step up, he stepped up and was the man.
Yeah, he has, man.
So I have to respect that.
You respect him. I'm not really a fan of him.
Yeah.
I don't hate him. I'm just not a fan of him, but you have to respect him. I also saw a stat saying, and we can move on, but saw a stat saying I think in the last 5 years he's led in points in every playoff.
Yeah.
Right or something. I think it's last 5 years or 2020s.
He's the polar opposite of James Harden.
Right.
You're right.
When it gets to the playoffs, he does better than he did in the regular season.
And he's been this year when I think it was you, Jacob, telling me about it. I'll let you kind of explain what did they end up doing with Karl-Anthony Towns. As far as they switched around their strategy,
he kind of did more like a Jokic role, and as far as being almost like a point center, which Karl-Anthony Towns kind of faded in the finals.
Yeah, he kind of did. Well, he got him there.
He just So yeah, No, and we'll see what the Knicks do next year.
Yeah. I just want Uriah to read the post he sent to us today. That was funny. Did you not see the thing Uriah sent us in the sports pod?
Oh, yes.
That did make me laugh.
Yeah,
I'll let Uriah read it, and then we can move on to the next thing. But
there was a post I found on Instagram, and this guy tweeted out, or X or whatever they call it now. He said, so dope to see Jalen Brunson win a championship with his dad on the coaching staff, Jose Alvarado to win a championship for his hometown city, and Karl Anthony Towns win a championship during Pride Month. And then the next picture is just a picture of him in a very effeminate pose while Jason Tatum is taking a layup.
I saw Jose Alvarado. His salary is like 1.3 or something like that. And the bonuses they got for winning the NBA title was like $750,000. So like his bonus alone for averaging like 4 points a game that's
hilarious.
Almost $1 million.
Why not?
He was kind of clutch though. So
no, he did. Yeah. And then he was clutch in
like game.
Talk about
like
Anunoby. OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
I mean, that man had the game tip in when they should have lost.
Yep.
I mean, it was on the Spurs though.
Yep.
But they should have lost. And then he had the block in the last game, right? That helped clinch it, if I'm not mistaken.
So everything's a whole lot clearer when you can watch something in instant replay. And I understand in the moment it's tough to make that call. On that De'Aaron Fox layup, he did hit his arm.
Yeah.
But to be fair,
you can't.
The Spurs should have never been in that situation.
No, he should have backed it out.
Yeah. So, I mean, it maybe could have been called a foul, but it was a fantastic effort. I mean, he got there.
I think you really saw in that finals, you saw experience versus young team.
Yeah.
In that finals. Because Karl Anthony Towns is a 10-plus year guy now. Brunson's 7, 6 years?
Well, think about this. OG Anunoby was on the Raptors in 19 when they won a championship, I believe.
But he didn't play.
No, but I mean he at least
he was there.
He was
another guy 8 years in the league.
Right.
I just think you saw an experienced team take out a young team.
Well, their coach's experience too.
Right.
Mike Brown.
Yeah, he was there for LeBron in the early days, and then he was an assistant with Steve Kerr.
Right.
He's got like 3 championships as an assistant coach.
Yeah.
So his experience went a long way too.
So do you think that Mike Brown now kind of ascends, maybe not to the top tier, but he definitely jumped up a tier as far as coaches go? You know, winning a championship does a lot for your legacy, but
he's probably like in the Doc Rivers legacy at this point, maybe.
I would say,
you think not?
See, here's the thing. I would say he's better than Doc Rivers because he was a part of 3 championships as an assistant, which don't necessarily count as much as being the head coach. Yeah. But I think that winning this championship with the Knicks gives him just as many championships as Doc Rivers did. And Doc Rivers was awful if he didn't have a super team like Garnett and Pierce and Allen and Rondo and them. Like he was not good after the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I don't want to discredit the assistant coach stuff, but like I remember when Steve Kerr had like back surgery and Luke Walton stepped in.
Yeah.
And they won like 30 games in a row.
Yeah.
So like
roster does a lot.
It does, especially
Yeah, I don't know if that does anything.
It's kind of like how LeBron's won 4 titles with 3 different head coaches.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
if you have like a mega superstar, all-time great,
but
coaching doesn't matter that much, but like the Knicks, you have just a collection of really good players. I think that's where coaching makes a bigger impact.
I agree. I mean, like, who was the team? Who was the coach of the Mavs when they won it in 2013?
Rick Carlisle?
Was it Rick Carlisle?
It was either Rick Carlisle. Yeah, I think it was Rick Carlisle.
Like, I feel like that team coaching mattered a little bit more.
Yeah,
that team. I think sometimes like I understand that Dirk was amazing, but that was a good overall team.
You see, but like Eric Spoelstra. Like you would assume like, oh, well, you had LeBron, Bosh, and D Wade, of course, but then he went to. Did he get 2 more finals after that? He lost, and he never won another one.
He lost one to the Lakers, I thought, in 20.
Yeah, he won.
He lost to the Lakers. Yep,
and then he lost to the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yep.
Okay.
So he got the Heat to the finals
2 more
post
times.
LeBron.
Yeah.
So like sometimes you never know.
No, you don't.
I think that if Eric Spoelstra was in the league when it wasn't all about super teams, and let's be honest, there's always been teams that have had concentrations of good players.
Yeah,
right.
But when it wasn't just everybody spending $1 billion for 3 players, I think he might actually have been more successful.
Yeah.
Because I think he's actually one of the better coaches. It's just unfortunate that if you have 3 good players, you're basically going to win the championship.
It's also crazy that he's worked for the Heat for like 40 years.
Yeah, well,
Actually, I know that.
He started as a video editor.
well,
That's
he'll
insane. I didn't even know that.
he'll never leave the Heat unless the Heat fire him because did you see that major solid they did on his last contract?
No.
So he was splitting up with his wife. And,
Oh, yes.
and they were going to get they're going to get a divorce, and he was going to sign a new contract
And they
with
sold
the
off.
Heat. And the Heat said, "Look, we're going to give you this contract, but we're going to do it after the divorce finalizes, so that all the money's yours." And
Honestly,
I'm sure
that
he's.
is
I'm
that's
sure he got a
loyalty.
Heat tattoo. I'm
Yeah,
sure he,
yeah.
like all sorts of stuff.
that right there is a company being loyal to their.
Yeah.
to their
I
guy.
don't think they would never fire him. They would do like the Brad Stevens treatment and be like, "We're just going to put you in the front
Yeah.
office, and
Right.
we're going to get a new coach."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I say we move on.
Okay.
To the next thing. So we're gonna jump into the little college football realm.
Oh yeah.
All right, and we're gonna get specific about it because I don't want to just jump everywhere because we obviously could. So let's do some way too early Heisman finalist.
Oh Lord, I don't even know.
So here's the ones that came up when I looked it up, and then it has some notable contenders. So Julian Sands on there, Ohio State's quarterback, was already a finalist in 2025. Obviously, his completion percentage was really good. So let's. I mean, if you guys are fine with it, can we just hit them one at a time? You guys want to give your opinion on each one?
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on Julian Sand from Ohio State? What's the chances? You know what?
Sometimes I feel like he's like a Mac Jones guy.
Yeah, really?
Like I didn't see anything impressive, I guess.
Right.
He's not gonna
lose you the
he's
game.
not gonna lose your
to-
game, but he's
kind of-
also not gonna make some heroic plays.
That's
Right.
But the other thought is he also is throwing to Jeremiah Smith.
Right. If you throw him on a different team,
Yeah, I don't.
how
he's
good
not that-
how good is he going to
He's
do?
not that big, right?
No, he's not. I think he's like
No.
6'1".
Because I think
Maybe
you,
weighs the same as Uriah.
you just 119.
119 pounds.
I feel like Alabama had a bunch of quarterbacks that played really good because they had Devontae Smith and Henry Ruggs,
Waddle,
Oh yeah.
just
Jerry
a
Jeudy.
plethora of wide receivers. And now I think Ohio State's starting to see the same thing. Like you got all these first round wide receivers that are just
Right.
cranking out of there. I can't accurately evaluate how good he is. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know if he's
I agree.
horrible, but I don't know if he's great. So I don't know.
I completely agree. I mean, I think you saw that from Will Howard, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's still in the NFL, back up on the Steelers, but like,
Yeah, he's backing up a 43-year-old man.
yeah. But he was throwing to Jackson Smith and Jigba, who is
Yeah.
doing insane.
Yep.
Throwing to Ibuka, who had a really good rookie season. I mean, look at the wide receiver, not just one wide receiver,
Yeah.
multiple that are doing well.
So I guess here's the question then. If you're going to have an embarrassment of riches at receiver, do you have to put up Joe Burrow numbers to be considered a great quarterback? Because that's essentially what happened in 19 with
You're
LSU
right.
is they had 2 legit NFL receivers. Like
The
those
two
two guys
best-
are top 5 guys in the NFL right
Right.
now. And Burrow set records with them.
You know what's weird though? We've never seen Joe Burrow without 2 great receivers. Like, what if Joe Burrow sucks? I'm
Well,
not
he has
saying
a
he
horrible
does.
offensive line.
I mean, he gets hurt all the time,
Right. And
But,
he's
like,
a terrible defense.
He's never not had 2 great receivers. So
I
I,
mean,
just
you're
wonder
not-
what he'd look like if he didn't have 2 great receivers. He's probably still good.
He's
but-
still accurate though
yeah.
with his throwing. So I still think he would be fine.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't get the numbers,
No.
Yeah.
but still. All right, let's hop down to CJ Carr. Notre Dame. I don't know a whole lot about him. I mean, when you look at the stats, it seems pretty solid, right?
Yeah, he just doesn't jump off the page to me.
Right.
though.
I don't think there is a quarterback though that does. Like, and I think it's the same as last year. I mean, I understand Mendoza won it. He led his team to the championship, but nobody was looking at him like, oh wow, this guy's you need to get this guy on your team. And not
Right.
saying he might do well. I don't know, but
Right.
I think we're in the same quarterback situation as last year, almost.
Yeah.
Unless there is someone on here because we have obviously CJ Carr. I said I don't have much opinions about it, but you have Arch Manning.
Who still really hasn't proven himself.
He's got to pop at some point.
Yeah.
He has to, right?
Yeah.
This is technically his
third year.
Yeah.
So he could leave this year.
Yeah.
If he wanted
and
to.
an NFL team will take a shot with him.
Right.
For me, whether it's fair or not, if you came into a position based upon your name, I feel like you have to prove it to me more than somebody else.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Maybe that's not fair. But
And it's a bummer
is.
because of his name.
Yeah.
Like it is a bummer. But also, I mean, he's what, 6'4"? Or is he bigger?
He has the
6'5"?
tools.
He can he's not bad. I don't know if it's a mind thing, an IQ.
Well,
Yeah.
there was some like chatter, like the teams he played in high school were like just tiny schools.
I did hear
there's
that
a
as
theory
well.
that what if he isn't as good as, because he was, I think he had like a perfect recruit score. Like,
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I don't know if he's a
no,
perfect-
I
Right.
agree. I agree.
Right.
But I just wonder if he was overhyped because he didn't play anybody.
Right.
But
I agree.
But he's got that Manning blood in him, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Hopping down to Trinidad Chambliss.
So I think this is the most proven guy on the list.
Yeah.
Right.
He was an absolute firecracker for Ole Miss last year.
So how much is the effect of losing?
I think it's significant. I think Lane
Yeah.
Kiffin's a really
Right.
good coach, and I think especially on the offensive side, he's a really good coach. So I think it's going to be tough to replicate that. But
I think Ole Miss completely falls apart.
I mean, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
What year is he this year? Do you guys know? I did not have it in here.
Is he the one that filed for additional eligibility, or am I thinking of somebody else?
No, you might be
He
right.
might have been. You want to do a fact check on that, Uriah? Real quick.
Trinidad Chambliss is
Let me
23,
kinda
so
see.
he's got to be a
Oh, so he's
senior.
got to be a
Yeah.
senior. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the only reason I'm wondering is because maybe this year goes bad for him. Old Miss falls apart. He goes somewhere else. But
I
then
think
you're not.
he's
I mean,
out of eligibility.
right. I mean, it's. I mean, we'll see. Honestly, though,
Oh,
if he does come out this year and have a really good year without Lane Kiffin, does that prove more in his case?
Maybe.
Would you
Yeah.
say? You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Ole Miss lost a lot of players and a
Right.
lot
They
of
did.
coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So
They did.
I don't think he's
It's.
gonna
I
do
feel like
much.
it's unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really do.
He's
I just
still
think it's
making
unfortunate for
a
him.
ton of money.
Are we sold on Gunnar Stockton?
Not really. I just don't think that. He's got that top ceiling that you would think for a Heisman finalist.
I think he's in the same exact boat as Julian Sand. He's surrounded by just talent at every corner.
Right.
So
And he's safe.
yeah. So
Right.
I mean, he could, because I could see Georgia and Ohio State being undefeated at the end of the year, and both of them being 1 and 2,
Yeah.
Right.
just based on almost team success and combination of individual success.
Right. Yeah.
So
You guys have any opinion on the notable contenders as far as Josh Hoover? I feel like just TCU. He
Yeah.
might be good because they're not going to play a whole lot of powerhouses. I haven't looked at their schedule though, but I assume not. I don't know.
it's
Yeah.
a Big 12.
Right. What about Dante Moore?
So I think he's good.
I agree.
But I watched a bit of Oregon, and I watched the Oregon-Penn State game last year, and that went into overtime, and Penn State was
Right.
kind of a dumpster fire last year.
That was an insane game.
And so I don't think he's bad at all. I think he's like out of 10, I'd give him a 7.5 or an 8. Like he's a super solid quarterback. Again, I just don't know about a Heisman, and I think I'm actually judging this compared to previous Heismans. Compared to the rest of these guys, he's probably up there. But
I
don't know.
feel like he is either better or at least in the same category as the guys
Right.
as the guys that are Heisman
Mhm.
contenders right now. Well,
Right.
again, way too early. But and then obviously they have Jeremiah Smith, and honestly, you have to have a Devontae Smith year to win a Heisman as a wide receiver. And Ohio State's not going to throw him the ball the way they did Devontae Smith
Yeah.
because
No.
they're going to move the ball around a lot more.
But I think
I wish they would. just cause.
I think if you asked a lot of people, and probably a lot of NFL people, that he's probably the best player on this list.
Right.
Like
Right.
as far as a lock for being a good pro, Jeremiah Smith's the best lock on here to be a good pro.
Right.
Probably by a mile too.
I hope he just doesn't end up being that overhyped. I don't think he is. I'm just saying it also as a wide receiver. It matters so much what team you go to.
Absolutely.
And that's
was just
what scares
thinking about
me about
that
him.
with
Happened
Marvin
with,
Harrison.
Yeah, it happened with Marvin Harrison Jr. He's on the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Like
It's just tough.
it's like you go to and I get annoyed sometimes when those teams pick up these caliber wide receivers because I'm like,
right.
what are you picking these guys up for? You have no one to throw the ball to.
He went to the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Marvin
I could get the thinking.
They
Maybe Kyler just needs a wide receiver.
That was
but then that didn't
not
work
too
out.
long after Murray got in.
Yeah.
And so it did kind of make sense. I mean, I'm curious. Right now, the same thing happened with Carnell Tate going to the Titans, even though Cam Ward had a horrible year.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But like, because they said he's doing really well in practice, and it's like, well, how's Cam Ward going to do though this year? I mean,
right.
And Jeremiah Smith, I don't know. Do we know who has top 3 picks next year in the NFL? If not, it's fine. I just don't. It out there. I don't either. But who knows?
It's not set yet. It's based on
right.
record.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
So it just depends how it goes.
It's probably going to be the Dolphins have the worst roster, so it's probably going to be the Dolphins, the Jets,
right?
Which the Dolphins, they got so much though. I don't think they wouldn't go for. And the Browns are clearly going to tank. So
why would you say that?
Yeah. Well, they need a quarterback. That's why I say that.
So if you're Jeremiah Smith and let's say the Browns do have the number 1 pick, do you pull an Eli Manning and just like not sign?
Go back. Well, with NIL, you could just play another year, and he would still make a ton of money.
No, I know, or even that. Right. But I mean, well, I don't know what the rules are as far as entering the draft, and then where the point of no return is for that.
Right. I don't know.
But anyway. Because, I mean, that's happened before where guys are just like, no, I'm not going to this team.
Yeah. No, yeah. All right, let's go on a little college basketball.
All right.
So this one, we're going to hop to the transfer portals. I went into the teams that, according to the internet, this is the teams that kind of did the best. And I did this one a little bit different. So we have a little bit of info, but then we also have the question underneath, right? Mm-hmm. So this one's interesting. If you don't know, I lived in Kentucky for about 10 years. Jacob's from there, even though... Florida. Do you cheer for Kentucky?
Well, they're not playing Florida,
right? But you're a Florida fan first.
Yes.
Right, so anyway, but Kentucky or did they get rid of Calipari, or was it a mutual? Leaving more.
It was kind of mutual, I think, because they gave Calipari a literal lifetime contract.
Right.
So it was mutual.
Kind of a mutual,
the way that it could be.
So he leaves. They bring on Mark Pope, which is more of just a blue blood. Bleeds blue as far as being a Kentucky fan.
He played there. He
played there, right? I might have worded that wrong, but anyway. So they landed. I can't pronounce that dude's last name. Milan. You guys got it.
Momcilovic.
Thank you, sir. I like how it says Mark Pope continues to reshape Kentucky in his image.
Yeah, it seems a little blasphemous. But
a little bit, yeah. Kentucky fans expect immediate results. I think we know that. So the question is, Mark Pope, is he building a national title contender?
Tighter.
Okay, I was like, what did I just say? National title
Or is Kentucky still a year away?
Thank you, Uriah.
I think.
So, what do you think about the titter, guys?
I think Kentucky's 10 years away. I don't know
why this says 1 year away.
I think.
Where they weren't close this year.
Mark Pope's going to get fired, I think, next year.
Oh, you think next year?
Yeah, I feel like you can just tell if you got it or not. And Mark Pope, he just doesn't have it. They won I feel like he almost did like a Billy Napier. When I mean a Billy Napier was Florida's football coach. He would get close to being fired, but then he would beat a top 5 team, and then he would stay alive for a while.
Right.
And then he would lose a bunch. He'd get close to getting fired, then he'd beat another top 5 team. And then I think Mark Pope has got a few signature wins, but I think I've got no stats behind this, but he just doesn't have it.
No,
Kentucky is like one of the blue bloods.
So I told Uriah this, I think already, what my father-in-law said, which actually I think was pretty spot on, because he's a Kentucky fan, and he said that he's never watched a game with Mark Pope and thought he outcoached the other guy.
No.
It was all, if they did win, it was a lot more talent oriented, or somewhat luck, or the other team just not playing well, right? I mean, but he's like, I've never seen a game and went, wow, this guy just outcoached the other team. He's like, Mark Pope's just not that guy.
Yeah,
he's not that guy, pal.
I think, I was thinking the exact same thing, because if you think of the top coaches in the game, Danny Hurley, John Shire, Dusty May, even Izzo, he's super consistent. Those guys, you will watch a game and you'll just think, oh yeah, that team was just better coached. Like they just knew
Right.
what was going on. And,
Right.
and don't get me wrong, all of those teams have exceptional talent most years.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
when all of the top teams are like that, it does come back down to coaching. And I just don't think Mark Pope, like he said, I just don't think he's got it. I think that,
Right.
getting a star like Momcilovic is obviously going to help, but I watched him in the tournament last year and they just seemed like they were disoriented. Like they didn't know what was going on the floor.
Which
and
team?
Kentucky.
Oh, right.
And,
Okay.
and that just, it comes back to Mark Pope. And I just don't think that he's the answer for them. And unfortunately for Kentucky, they've got super high standards in basketball, and they're going to have to do some soul searching on this whole Mark Pope situation.
I could, yeah. So, yeah. Do you think? So Jacob said one of your kind of predictions is he'll be fired next year. Do you agree? Do you think he'll give him 2 years? What do you think?
I think that he would have to make a deep run, like
Elite Eight minimum.
like Elite Eight minimum, probably
Minimum.
Final Four to make sure that his job is safe. If it's any less than that, I think that he's on the hot seat.
I think if you got to Elite Eight, that would stave the fight.
That would give him another
a little bit,
one, maybe two, depending on
Yeah.
what happens.
But if you lose in the first or second round, or even if you lose in the Sweet 16 to,
some random 6 seed
that
that
made
made it
State or
right.
something like that, then you get fired.
Yeah. Next team on here is Duke. So, I mean, Duke is interesting because of the fact that they're not as hit heavy in the transfer portal. They kind of are just, as it says on here, they're trying to prove that recruiting can still win championships. And I mean, Duke this year lost was it the Final Four? Right? Did
It was pretty.
They lost to
they lost to the one that made it in it.
right. They lost to UConn.
UConn that made it in it.
Mm-hmm.
But do you also think UConn beating them? Because I think Duke was the better team, but I do think UConn, and I just lost the guy's name, the coach.
Danny Hurley.
Dan Hurley is just a better coach.
They are. Here he
I
is.
mean, that dude is,
Yeah. Actually, I think it was the Elite Eight, because I think UConn.
was it Elite Eight? It
because
might have been.
I think UConn played Illinois, and
Oh,
then
okay.
and Michigan played Arizona, and that's how they got in the championship. It may have been
Okay.
the Elite Eight.
It
but
might have been. Yeah. But I mean, Duke, yeah. I mean, Duke is the same as Kentucky as far as their standards and stuff for basketball, right?
Mhm.
And honestly, though, I don't think they're worried about their coach.
No, I think
Right.
Duke can. I feel like Duke can win a championship at any given year,
Yeah.
Right.
at any time.
Right. I think the question is, the question of this is on the bottom says, would you rather have Duke's freshman class or Kentucky's transfer class? Is the question of all.
I'd rather have, just with Duke's track record, I'd rather have their freshman class.
I don't think it matters. I think that I would take whoever John Shire is coaching. So
I mean, I see what you mean.
So if John Shire was coaching Kentucky, I would take Kentucky's transfer class, because he's just that much better of a coach than Mark Pope is.
Right. And he's proven.
Yeah.
Right. I agree. So Indiana had a pretty underwhelming season. Could be because they won it in football, so maybe they didn't care,
Mhm.
But they were according to the internet, they were one of the most aggressive portal teams. So really all that to say, which one of these teams has the most pressure? This says to make the tournament, but I don't think it's much about making it. I think each one of these teams want to make it and win some. Everybody does, but I'm saying Indiana, Duke, Kentucky, a lot of them want them to make runs in the tournament, not just make the tournament. But who has the most pressure to do well?
I think Kentucky.
Yeah,
I think
probably
Kentucky as well. It's really just on Mark Pope
Yeah.
at this point, right?
Indiana, until this year, Indiana reminded me of the Knicks until this year. It was like they were holding on to glory from the 70s.
Yeah.
And
Right.
And so, like, when people talk about the blue bloods of basketball, some people still throw Indiana in there, and I just you can't keep holding on to Bobby Knight from 30 years ago. You just can't, or 40
Right.
years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
They were randomly good when they had like Victor Oladipo.
Yep.
But
I forgot.
yeah.
I forgot about that, to be honest
Tom
with you. Yeah.
Green, Jim Harbaugh's
Yeah.
brother-in-law.
Yep. Yeah. That's yeah.
That's
For
a fun
real.
one. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're kind of in that limbo. So I mean, we'll kind of see if any more transfer portal action happens, right?
Right.
And stuff throughout, and then we'll start seeing I feel like before you know it, football's back, and then next thing,
Yeah.
basketball's back anyway.
Yeah.
But still, it's either way.
Yeah, we're really only like a month away because in August starts a lot of like training camps and college football and all that stuff.
Yeah. So the last thing I have in here, and this was my fault because I actually forgot to put it in the slideshow and to put it in, but it was interesting. So to switch to the NFL real quick, to go around all the way, the NFC race this year, as far as team wise, who's your guys' favorite to win the NFC?
Well, Rams probably for me.
Still going with Philly.
Anybody want to say why?
The Rams are ridiculously talented, so there's that.
Right.
I think Philly, their offensive line's better just because they're healthier. Saquon's been known to have a great year followed up by a not good year, then another great year. So this would be Tim due for another great year. Their defense, there's really no holes except for the second cornerback, and they signed Rick Woolen. So he's there. They lost their safety, but they moved Cooper DeJean to safety. So I think the defense already, I think, allowed the least points or yards last year, one of the two. And then they added some weapons. They took away a headache. If Sean Mannion does what I think he's going to do, I think, and the Philly doesn't have a hard schedule, so I just think they're gonna get back to the Super Bowl as they've done every other year.
Isn't Tariq Woolen like a borderline All-Pro?
Yeah.
How does Philly keep doing
this?
this,
And they just paid him on a 1-year deal too.
This is
Which is insane.
Yep, 1 year, $15 million. I think is what they got him for.
Is there any faith in the Lions?
No,
I don't have a ton. I don't have a ton of faith in the Lions.
because they lost a bunch. I think
They did.
and I just think Jared Goff he's good. Like he's really, really accurate.
But once he gets pressured,
Yeah, it's
Rough.
kind of over.
yeah.
And I just think the longer Ben Johnson is gone, the more that loss will appear.
Yeah.
Right.
The brain bleed is on.
I think it's already paid dividends for the Bears. I think
Right.
that Caleb Williams has already benefited a lot from that.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the Bears? I mean, they have been actually getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to win their division.
Right. Right.
'Cause they've got a tough season, tough schedule.
Tough
They
division.
won a lot of games last year on like heroic, like just Caleb
Insane.
Williams just turning around and chucking it, hoping for the best. So I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll be a wild card.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do anything. And then the Rams. I mean,
That's just like you already just said, they're just loaded.
yeah.
I mean, the Rams, they're trying to win a title right now
Yep.
again.
Right.
I mean, they're just trying to.
There's no holes there.
Yeah, I do think though when you look at these teams, I think it's going to make it a very fun year though. Honestly, this year, if you guys rank these 1 to 4, who are you putting at 1? Uriah's got
Probably the Rams.
going Rams number 1.
But for me, it's like 1A and 1B with them in Philly. So
Right,
Yeah, and I'll put my fandom aside and say the Rams.
Rams probably number 1.
Rams number 1, Philly number 2, probably Seahawks number 3, and 4.
Probably the Bears.
Man, no, I mean I would probably have. I think the Packers are gonna because Micah's back,
So-
or he should be back.
So how much does Sam Darnold suffer from not having I would say, top 10 running back in Kenneth Walker?
I think Kenneth Walker is completely overrated.
Fair enough.
He's
Answers that question.
got like one good year, and I feel like everyone act like the Chiefs just stole him. But I feel like I've not seen like he had a and even I don't even know if he had a productive regular season. I think he just kind of popped off in the playoffs, if I remember. I don't know. I don't think
You're not really impressed with him.
and then Zach Charbonnet? Is that how you pronounce his last name? I think he's pretty good. So I don't know. And I like Seahawks. It seems like they've got good structure and good coaches, good system. So,
Oh wow,
how many yards did he have?
1,000.
Yeah.
And 5 touchdowns.
So,
Yeah.
But he had 4 in the playoffs.
yeah.
Right.
So I just feel like we're looking at him as this top running back, but
And he's
really,
a solid running back.
he's a solid
Yeah.
running back. But I don't think Seattle's gonna suffer
So
much.
it's not
from
as big
that.
of a hole as maybe
Yeah.
it seems.
But I mean, Seattle lost a lot on defense, though.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll see. It's certainly the Rams show, and I think Philly's going to be good.
It should be fun.
Yeah,
I think it'll be a good year for NFL.
Yeah.
It usually is, but
yeah.
either way, who's your overhyped team? If you had one, I feel like there's not really one overhyped because I don't think people have faith in the Lions anymore. The Bears haven't proven enough to have a lot of faith in them. The Eagles are just always a contender, and the Rams just overloaded. So there's not really a team to me that's like, I don't think they're really going to be as good as people think. I honestly think it's just going to, and it's going to sound very dumb and simple, but it's really just going to come down to the season and really how they play. I mean,
I feel like it might be the Bears just because they got the Madden cover and Ben Johnson's the Madden curse. It didn't curse Caleb Williams. It cursed the city of Chicago. On the cover of Madden is the Chicago city skyline. And like a day after that was released, it was announced that the team's moving to Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah.
So no,
but they're still going to be the Chicago Bears.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with the New York Jets, New York Giants. They play in Jersey.
Right.
There's I'm drawing a blank on the other teams. The 49ers play in Santa Clara. They don't play in.
Oh.
So like there's teams all over the place that don't actually play in the city. And if you look at Hammond, I mean, it is maybe 5 miles from the state line. So I mean, like people in South Chicago can actually get there quicker than if they moved it to where they were going to move it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. I feel like, I mean, for Chicago people, I think it matters, but
right,
you're not going to call them the Hammond Bears.
Exactly.
That would be dumb. That'd be really
the
dumb.
Hammond Bears.
Yeah.
Hopping into our game time, Yuri. You got what did you end up doing? I'll just let you take it from here.
Same sort of thing as last week. We're doing a couple of one's the Keep 3 Cut 5, the other one's the King of the Hill. But we're gonna switch it up from last week because we did basketball for the King of the Hill and football for Keep 3 Cut 5. Now we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna do basketball for Keep 3 Cut 5 and football. Well, not even football for King of the Hill, just sort of all sports. So this is Keep 3 Cut 5 defenders in basketball, and I tried not to use. I mean, there are gonna be some big names in here, but like LeBron and Jordan I didn't use because everybody knows they're insane and they did everything on the court.
Right.
I'm sort of more picking defensive specialists.
So this does not have anything to do with their offense. We are literally don't care about success. It's all defense.
Right. It's about defense and how good they are at their role of being like that defender glue guy sort of deal.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Same Keep 3 Cut 5, right?
Keep 3 Cut 5. So
all right, Jacob, lock in.
So the
locked.
So the first
no cap, as the kids say.
So
I'm going to keep. I'm just kidding. All right, continue.
So
let's do this.
The first name is Draymond Green.
Oh, keep.
I feel like you have to because he's a champion as well.
But he is pretty good defensively.
No, I'm not arguing that. Yeah. I'm saying he was a proven lockdown defender.
Yeah.
And he won championships being their go-to defender. Yeah. Also, he's a defender. He can also defend the guard position.
Yeah,
and the big
he can guard anything.
So I feel like it's an early keep. What we're doing, early keep.
Got to keep.
All right. So the second name, this is going to be interesting because these guys are all close, I think.
Right.
The second name is Dennis Rodman.
I mean,
I feel like this is a cut.
Yeah, because I mean, he was super good at rebounds, but I think did he win a Defensive Player of the Year?
I don't know if he did, but my thing is Jordan won one. Pippen was probably the best defender, small forward defender, and he picked up most of the guards. So like, Rodman, I don't think had as much pressure to be that defensive anchor.
So
He was for the Pistons. Again, Pistons were fantastic defenders.
But we're not talking about like team. We're talking about him individually.
I know.
Right?
But what I'm saying is,
He wasn't
Draymond Green was the primary defender.
Right.
Jordan and Pippen were
Yeah.
primary defenders as well. Like it wasn't like it all came down to Rodman to defend, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I could
with
get
Draymond, it kind of did.
I could get behind cutting him, but I think there is a chance we're going to regret it.
There is. I think there is. It just depends what we get.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the one guy on the list. Well, not the one guy on the list. There's a couple guys like this, but so the next one is Dwight Howard.
I mean, he led the league in blocks for like 4 years in a row.
He did.
Yeah.
And,
And I think he won Defensive Player of the Year like 3 years in a row.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. He won it like 3 years. He also took his team to the finals.
Yep. Which he was pretty good offensively.
And no, he was. He was huge. He was strong,
That's when
not
he
just
had his-
huge.
That's where he got like anorexic. I say you got to keep Dwight Howard.
This is the third name.
Yep.
We've only cut one. We've kept. So you want to? You know, I'll anchor behind Jacob. We'll keep Dwight Howard.
Okay.
So there's how many names left?
So there's
Five.
five names left. You have one.
We have
keep
one
left.
keep.
Jeez.
And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, there's some heavy hitters. on
Right.
this.
I mean, there's going to be anyway.
Tony Allen.
Yeah, I'm fine to cut that.
I'm fine to cut it, but I will say that I feel like you have to say Tony Allen was given respect by Kobe and Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
That's where I have trouble cutting him because he was also the only thing he was known for was defense.
Yeah.
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 But I feel like it's a cut. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The next one is Meta World Peace or Ron Artest, however you.
That's actually one I'm fine
Yeah.
cutting.
Yeah, I'd say cut.
Okay. The next one is Gary Payton.
It's a
Big
tough one.
love.
How many's left?
3 guys left.
We have not kept. Let me say that, Jacob. So we have not kept a guard yet.
Yeah.
So I'm not against if we keep it. Also,
But we only have one to keep left, right?
we do. So the question is, what's he got in his back pocket? Right?
Yeah, I'd say cut. I think there's a better player
you think there's a better one
in there
than the glove?
than the glove.
Would you? Let me ask you something. Would you take Kawhi over him?
Yes.
I think I would too. So let's cut Gary Payton because I think we're going to get Kawhi.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not,
so,
we can just fight you, right?
So
We're cutting GP.
okay, we're cutting GP. So we've
So
cut
we have
4,
2 left.
kept 2. We've got 2 guys left. So the only reason I put this guy in here as more of a defensive specialist is because of the guy he played with as one of the greater scorers ever.
All right, cut.
So Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, cut.
You got to get cut. I'm fine with
Yeah.
cutting that. We cut Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm kind of fine
I
cutting
think
Scotty.
I think we're going to regret Dennis Rodman, but so
we
this,
might, but
this
if
last player is it.
if we get Kawhi, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
If we don't, I am going to be a little annoyed. Good.
So you
Recap
guys,
everything. Yep.
So you guys kept Draymond, you cut Dennis Rodman, you kept Dwight Howard, you cut Tony Allen, you cut Meta World Peace, you cut Gary Payton, you cut Scottie Pippen, and you kept Rudy Gobert.
oh,
I mean,
Rudy
no one's
Gobert.
scoring in the paint with this team.
You're not wrong.
I'll tell you
But
that.
I mean, you weren't necessarily building a team. You were just
No.
Keep
I mean,
forgetting.
and technically, Rudy Gobert's got the most out of all of them.
Probably not
Defensive
more
player
than
of the year.
Dwight. I think Dwight has more.
Does Dwight have more? I thought Rudy has 4. Dwight has 3, right?
I think Rudy might have 4.
I thought he had 4.
I
I could be wrong.
No,
So,
you could be right.
I was gonna put Kawhi on
Ouch!
here.
I thought we were gonna get Kawhi.
I was gonna put Kawhi on here, but he's just such an offensive juggernaut, and so was Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard was ridiculous in his
Right.
but I think people knew Dwight Howard a little more for his defense than his offense, which was
Yeah, I
was
agree.
incredible with how dominant he was inside.
Oh, he was a monster. Yeah, I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, I think if I could do it over again, I would keep.
Would you keep Dennis Rodman though?
So you guys cut Dennis, Tony Allen, Meta World Peace, Gary Payton, and Scottie Pippen.
I'd probably
I think
keep
I'm more keeping.
Gary.
Yeah, I think I'm more. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I think I would have kept Gary Payton
Yeah,
because we didn't have a guard.
which I did
'Cause I would-
There's a highlight out there of Jason Williams crossing Gary up. So
You're not wrong.
Maybe he's not that good. I know I'm
Well,
calling
he
him
got
Gary.
one play.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
either way, I'm not too bummed. Like, what we didn't do that bad. I didn't know. I mean, you don't know. That's the whole
Not
point
as
of the
good
game.
as I forgot what our lineup was last week when me and Uriah.
Last week I did.
All-time defenses. Or not all-time defenses, but like the last 20 years.
Yeah. You guys nailed
we
that
had
one. Yeah.
Philly.
We had Philly, the 2015 Broncos, and we had the Legion of Boom.
Yeah, that
Legion of
was-
Boom Seahawks. You guys did awesome.
That was
Yeah.
perfection.
Yeah. All right. What's the next one?
So the next one is King of the Hill, just like last week, but this one is King of the Hill Dynasties. And I tried to kind of.
Okay.
I
Is
kind
this NFL, right?
Yeah, I try. Well, no, this is across all sports.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay, so it's we got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I tried to get kind of one from. There are some, so like a couple from basketball, but I tried to get one from a lot of the big sports
Right.
in there. So anyway, so the first one is the Patriots from the last 25 years.
Okay.
Versus because it's King of the Hill.
Yeah,
right?
I know. When you paused for a second, I got mixed up. Go ahead.
Versus the 90s Bulls.
So it's the 90s Bulls, not the Bulls that overall.
I think
it's the Bulls during
Well, I
the
mean,
90s.
these are dynasties, right? So,
Right.
I would go with the Bulls.
I think you have to.
Can you go 6 for 6?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
2 3.
You did 2 3-peats, 6 for 6.
Yep. Yeah.
I think I'd go with the Bulls
Yep.
as well.
Okay.
I don't know if anything's beating the Bulls, to be honest with
I
you.
agree. Let's see, though.
So, this one I think is kind of a niche, and I think if you got some other people like, I don't know, Pastor Caleb on here, you might get a different answer. But Bulls versus late 90s to mid 2000s Red Wings.
Yeah,
I mean the Red Wings were dominant.
Yeah, they were great.
But again, you're 6 for 6 in the finals with the Bulls. I think you guys stay Bulls, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Bulls versus Timmy D and the Spurs.
Bulls.
I mean, you're 6 for 6.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Timmy won 5.
Right.
They might have been better.
I can only think of one dynasty that would be better than the Bulls, but I won't say it. We'll see if it's
Obviously. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So now it's Bulls versus the Yankees.
Just in general.
Well, you could take the Murderers Row Yankees that won a ton, or you could take like the G or
Yeah.
A-Rod Yankees that won a ton. But
That's
either way.
still going Bulls.
You're going just 90s Bulls?
Yep.
Just staying with 90s Bulls? Okay.
All right. So then you've got the 90s Bulls versus Nick Saban's Alabama.
That's actually the
Like
closest one in my opinion.
It's close, but
Like
Because Nick Saban...
he didn't get. I think he got 5.
No, did he have 5? Or did he have 6?
Or did he
Let
get
me look
6?
this up. Nick.
I thought he had 6. If he has 6, I think we go with that because he also made it to more championships.
I don't
He
know.
has 6 national championships at Alabama. 09, 11, 12, 15, 17, and 2020.
I just think in the 90s,
The Bulls
no
were just-
one was winning a title as long as Michael Jordan was playing.
When
Like,
Nick Saban
no one.
when Nick Saban was at Alabama, if you stayed 4 years, you were winning a national
Yeah.
championship.
I still think the Bulls, like they locked down the NBA for the decade.
I agree, but Nick's. I mean,
He also lost some.
No, he did. But yeah, the hard thing is because we're talking like if you would have said the Bulls over even Michael Jordan's like entire career, including the 80s, then it's okay, they had some losses. But when you're speaking just straight 90s, it was only Bulls winning it. So I feel like you have to keep the Bulls.
Yep.
Because they were just like, basically what you said. And in the 2 years in between the three-peat is when Jordan left.
Yeah.
And then Hakeem won it. And then
too.
when he came back, they just back to being dominant.
Yeah. And then they left, and that's when the Tim Duncan
or is that an
show.
argument to take Saban? Because technically, because we're not talking about Jordan, we're talking about the Bulls as a whole.
Yeah. No, but when
say
you
with the
talk
Bulls?
about dynasties, I think you got to. It's the 90s. That's when their dynasty was.
Right. No, I agree. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the Bulls.
All right.
Okay. Now, I've got one more, and then I've got an honorable mention. So I've got Bulls versus Duke under Coach K and John Shire for like the last 50 years.
Yeah, I mean but I think when dynasty you got to have like a bunch together versus Coach K won 4 or 5
how many
over the
he
course of 25 years. I just feel like
Right.
there's no like clear dominance.
Right.
It's like this versus the Bulls are just full throttle.
Or
My
just won everything and then
Yeah.
My thought is for the last 40 years, Duke has been an Elite Eight lock for 40 straight years.
No, I agree. It just
I think to be dynastic, you have to win it all.
I'm just gonna follow Jacob on this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. So then here's this one's not a team, but I feel like this is actually a kind of an interesting comparison. So, would you take the 90s Bulls or would you take LeBron from 2010 to 2020?
Okay, so this is Heat, Cavs, Lakers.
Right. So this
is when he won his titles.
This is LeBron going to 10 straight finals. So like, what's more impressive to you? The Bulls winning go 6 for 6 in the 90s, or LeBron going to 10 straight finals?
I still say the Bulls because LeBron lost to Tim Duncan twice. He lost to Dirk. He lost to Steph a bunch of times. I just think, again, no one was beating Michael Jordan in the 90s. No one. It was either he won or he wasn't playing. And that was
him and
it.
Pippen.
No, I mean, yeah, when you
Right.
can't play with one guy.
No.
I just think there was just no one was winning. And LeBron, a lot of people won.
Okay. So I've got one more that I thought I'd throw in there. And so would you take the 90s Bulls going 6 for 6 in 90s basketball, or would you take 11 straight Celtics in the 60s?
Well, that was my only thing that would be.
Well, if you go off the logic, we're saying you have to go Celtics.
Yeah,
You
that's what
literally
I was saying.
have
Like you won you won most of the 60s.
Literally, yeah.
So
Because in my preference, I would take the Bulls, but because we're kind of going off just dominance, you have to take the Celtics.
Right.
They won 11. You have to.
Yeah,
They dominated more than anybody else in
that
basketball.
one and LeBron were my honorable mention because I agree with you guys. Like that's just
The annoying thing with LeBron is he lost a lot.
yeah.
Of don't get me wrong. People are like, yeah, that's the main point. Yeah, he lost a lot of finals though.
it's still impressive.
It's extremely impressive. Jordan, here's the thing. Jordan did more than LeBron as far as winning more finals, but he also did less of LeBron as far as he could not make the finals as much as LeBron could.
yeah. Well, it's,
So,
again,
and I'm not saying which is better or worse. I'm just saying there's two different sides to it.
I still, if he wouldn't have retired those 2 years,
They probably would have won
would
it.
he have won 8 championships in a row?
Probably.
And that's just insane to think about.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I would say at all.
But
You're right.
unfortunately, that's a hypothetical.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
100%.
Like, it's
Yeah.
just
It is, and like if LeBron, if it wasn't for the fact that the first 7 years of LeBron's career was at the Cavs with no help except for when he had Shaq,
yeah.
if he would have teamed up with D Wade earlier when
Yeah.
D Wade was even more in his prime,
Right.
oh my goodness, they would have won more.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, it's all hypotheticals. You
Yeah.
can't. Or I mean, it's
Well,
just yeah.
Because I do hear that. Like, how many more points would Kareem have scored had he not played 4 years at UCLA or whatever it was? And
Right.
that's legit. I mean, the dude
No, it
scored. He was the leader until LeBron passed him, but unfortunately, he did. He played 4 years at UCLA, so you just got to kind of take it for what actually happened.
Right.
What's even crazier was Bill Russell also coached 2 of those years in the 60s
Yeah.
and played.
Right,
so
but I
funny.
think that goes back to what you were saying with Luke Walton.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they had so many Hall of Famers on that team
Yeah.
at that time. Like, it wasn't going to take Phil Jackson
Yeah.
to make that team win.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I got one last thing, and we'll shut it down if you guys are down. Little quick, and we kind of have to commentate, obviously, because we're not doing a video podcast. But
Yeah.
20-0, baby, NFL.
Mm.
All right.
Let's see if we can go 20-0. Can you guys see it pretty well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
see it.
zoom in if need be. Round 1, offense. All right.
All right.
So
we got-
team we're getting is Buffalo in the
Ooh.
1999 to 05. And I did keep it on, like, it's not showing you stats. So this is straight your guys'
Yeah.
Okay.
remembering
Well,
thing.
let's go down to
Willis McGahee's not
was
bad.
pretty
Andre
good.
Reed was a knockout superstar in Madden.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know anything about any of these players, so I'm just.
I would say either Willis McGahee or Andre Reed, but I think
I know Willis McGahee is pretty good.
You got one reroll.
No, it's not wasted.
I think Andre Reed might be a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
You want to go Andre Reed for the wide receiver?
Yeah.
You want him at the flex, or do you want him as your WR1?
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
All right. That's fine. All right. Go to the next one.
Ooh,
Tampa Bay,
give me
baby.
braids.
Yeah, because he had some of his best statistical years there, right?
Yep.
Which is kind of crazy.
Not looking at anything else, just Tom Brady 2021.
Yep. Which I mean, there's other players there, but yeah, let's go Tom Brady. Yep.
All right. Going to that next one. So you got your quarterback, you got one wide receiver.
Give me Arian Foster. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Well, no. Well, is Andre Johnson? Is he on this?
Is that how you're going? Do you want
Yeah,
to look more, though? Or are you good?
Yeah, I think Andre Johnson.
Just going Andre Johnson?
Yep.
Sure.
You rise backing you. Dolphins, 2011 to 2015.
Yeah, scroll down.
I mean, you want.
I mean, Jarvis
Brian
Landry
Hartline
was pretty
He wasn't
good.
bad.
That might be the best we're doing, to be honest with you.
Do you want 2014 Ryan Tannehill?
Not Dolphins.
I don't think we
Right.
can-
Which, I mean, he was probably okay, but we
Right. Yeah, you got Brady. You don't need that anyway. So, I mean, you also got to think this is all offense, right? So, like, what position can you afford? So, I mean, you have solid 2 wide receivers.
Yeah, we might be able to toss Jarvis Landry maybe in there.
Yeah, I think that's the best that we're going to do.
Think you want to go Jarvis Landry?
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of have to.
You don't forget you do have your reroll
Yeah.
as well.
San Francisco from 99 to
So if there's a good
2005.
tight end here.
So you need a tight end or you
Maybe
need a
not.
running back.
Was Frank Gore a running back during this time?
I don't think so. Well, me go to Ben. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
there he
me
is.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I think probably the best we're
going
going to
Frank
do.
Gore.
Yep. So the next one has to be tight end.
Has to be tight end. You do have a reroll. I don't know if it's one reroll
I
for the
don't know
whole
if they
thing.
did they ever had a good? I guess Higbee's okay, but Higbee's the only name that I recognize. I don't
Right.
even know if he's good.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I feel like this is
We'll
not
save our
good.
reroll for defense.
Yeah,
Ooh, do we have a Dexter Lawrence in here?
So we got the New York Giants 2021
Yeah,
to
Dexter Lawrence,
2025.
probably.
Is that who you want?
Yeah.
Yes.
Flex or is he starting? I don't know if it matters. I don't know if it matters.
Oh, just stick him at tackle.
Yeah.
All right.
All
So
right.
we got,
We got D tackle.
Tennessee.
Ooh, we're going back a little bit.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
wish we would have got this on offense.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no Steve Atwater here.
I mean, do you want to re-roll or?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I just don't know any of these names.
Rerolling it, you thinking?
Yeah.
sure. All right, so we got. Give me Darrell Revis.
Yeah, for
Let's
real.
go.
Yeah. Yep.
You gotta say one of the best rerolls.
Yes, corner.
Yeah, no, that's,
I
that's
think
pretty
ever.
good re-roll.
So that, I'm assuming you're locking that in as your corner.
Yeah.
So
San
Ooh,
Francisco
ooh.
Kittle. Oh, we already
No,
darn it.
linebacker. What's his face?
you have Nick Bosa,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Patrick Willis.
No,
DeForest Buckner,
Man, why can't I
Fred
think of his
Warner?
name? Fred Warner, yeah.
Fred, Freddie Fred.
Yeah.
You're taking Freddie Fred,
Yep.
right? Oh yeah. Defense is looking solid.
Yeah, defense
Defense is
good.
looking solid right now.
Oh,
Oh,
We might be able
wow.
to get either Cam Chancellor or we could get the deflex with what's his face, Sherman.
Richard Sherman.
Yeah,
Was
You
he
don't-
still on him at this point?
maybe not.
You got DeMarcus Lawrence. You do have.
Yeah,
Man,
we could also take Bobby Wagner as a deflex.
Yeah.
We might have to actually.
Yeah, let's do Bobby Wagner, I guess.
So there we go. You want to do Bobby Wagner, your
Yeah.
flex? All right. So you got an edge and a safety. We got Minnesota 2021.
Daniil Hunter
To
was actually a
2025.
decent edge.
Mm.
But are they gonna have Eric Weddle? Not Eric Weddle. Harrison.
Harrison Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm fine with
That's actually a good one.
yeah.
I can't count how many times he made me fumble in Madden.
Huh.
that. We're not going 20-0, though, with this, I
No.
don't think.
What?
Not with
Carolina,
that attitude.
Edge. Oh, I think they had a good edge. Darn.
So the question is, who do you recognize?
I mean, Jared Allen is good.
Yeah, he was really
Greg
good.
Hardy
on
was
the
a
Vikings.
psychopath. Like a literal psych. I think he just got arrested, actually.
Who?
Greg Hardy.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I guess Jared Allen.
Yeah.
Have to.
We
Kind
kind
of.
of have to. Oh,
14 and 6 though,
Not
right?
awful. So the Jared Allen pick is that held us back.
Yeah. Held you back.
I wonder if Greg Hardy would have been a better pick. I don't know.
I mean, break it down though. You took Tom Brady, which look at the stats
Yeah, it's
for
pretty
Tom
good.
Brady, right? I mean, wide receiver
yikes.
wise, what was the yikes?
Andre Reed was not good that year.
No, Andre Johnson was pretty good, and actually Jarvis Landry
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Frank Gore was not what I thought.
That must have been his demise at that point.
Yeah,
Tyler Higbee was okay for a tight end.
not bad though. I mean, you went
That's a B
14 and
minus.
6, right?
Yeah,
Which isn't bad. I didn't know they did the. This is kind of cool.
yeah.
I have to remember these sometime. Anyway,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
14 and 6 though.
14 and 6.
Not fantastic. Could have been
No.
worse, right?
We'll have to kind of keep a little bit of track and maybe see if we can beat these as we go.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That was a 14 and 6
Yeah.
one. I mean, I for some reason I saw a guy do a challenge, and I might bring this in next time. That I actually liked it a little more, but it was 20 and 0 but it was going off of the Madden roster.
Hmm.
I might look at that one sometime. Either way, but yeah. So we'll shut this bad boy down. Anything else you guys want to say?
I got nothing.
Flag was flying.
Always got to throw that in there. I wish we would have left when we tested the mics and he said the American flag thing.
Oh my god!
Because I would make that like the ending bit.
Yeah.
I would have the music play, and then like 3 seconds, and then just Jacob's random Star Spangled Banner and exit thing at the end. But whatever. All right.